Hey everybody, it is Tuesdays with Alvin once again. Got some special new announcements and we are going to be showing off some of the most rare fountain pens to be released this year. Going to be very exciting. Of course, as always, if y'all have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the chat and me and Brendan can do our best to answer those questions. I want to go ahead and start off the stream with some special announcements. I will also be reiterating this at the end of the stream just to make sure everybody gets it. But we have some exciting new events coming up very soon. First off, this Thursday, we have David Oscarson joining us all the way from London or St. Louis, depending on where he's coming from. David Oscarson has some of the most beautiful handcrafted fountain pens in the entire world. So it's going to be super exciting to have him here at the shop this Thursday for a takeover event. So definitely stay tuned for that. Also, next Friday on November 4th, we have Carrie Yeager joining us in the shop for Fountain Pen Day. It is the 11th Fountain Pen Day ever hosted, so it's going to be super exciting. We're going to have giveaways, contests, and I believe we're going to have a brand new Atlas Stationers exclusive ink reveal on November 4th. So definitely stay tuned for that. And if you guys can come visit us in Chicago, I would highly recommend it. It's going to be a ton of fun. Last thing that I want to make note of is our Galen leather collection will not be restocking until next year. So if you guys are looking at getting gifts for yourself or for a loved one, and Galen leather is on that list, definitely try to pick it up now or very soon. We aren't going to be restocking until Q1. So basically everything that we have right now from Galen leather is all that we will have. So if we are looking for products like that, I would definitely try to act fast. Sweet, that's all the announcements I had for right now. So let's go ahead and get right into the pens. All right, how's everybody doing, by the way? All right, let me try to flip this. Sweet, all right. So the very first pen that I'm going to be showing off today, let me get through my notes, is the brand new Maiora Capsule limited edition. I have two colorways, so I'm going to start showing off this one. Jacob Tracy, thank you. My girlfriend cut my hair last night. Isn't she super talented? So this is the Maiora Capsule limited edition. This is a super rare Maiora, limited to just 45 units worldwide. Only 45 of these. What you have is a full celluloid acetate body and cap. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this celluloid real quick. So you can see here, it's that classic celluloid acetate look. Lots of beautiful little shiny spots there. The classic Maiora appointments with gold clip with that little ring on it so it slides into your pocket super easily. And then those iconic 3 bands on the cap and 1 band on the barrel. Jacob, that's really funny. I'd probably have to do the same thing for my barber. Underneath, where all the magic is, of course, we have a 14-karat Jovo nib with the Maiora stamping and the plastic feed. A ton of different nib sizes, but I would definitely try to act very quickly because these are super limited. We have quite a few at the shop, but they're going to go very quickly since there is not very many to go around. This colorway here is called Blue Mare. Again, this is only 45 units worldwide. And we have them available on atlasstationers.com for $476. Sweet. All right, let's set that one down. And then next up, we have another Maiora limited edition. This is also a Maiora capsule. This one is the purple colorway and even more limited. This one here is limited to just 38 units worldwide. So the blue mare is 45 units. This one is just 38 units. It definitely kind of has a Sakura look. I think in person it is a little bit more purple than what's showing up in my video feed. Of course, you also have that beautiful 14 karat Yovo nib underneath. And then this is a standard international cartridge converter, and it has what is known as a blind cap. So this cap comes off, and then you have access to the converter right here. So you can use this pen like you would use an internal piston filler, but you do have access to the barrel, unlike a piston filler. So we can undo this entire barrel, and there's the converter. You can see it's extra long so that it makes its way to the blind cap. But it's just a standard converter, so if y'all like using cartridges, that is still an option. Once again, y'all, this is the Maiora Capsule limited edition, available right now on atlasstationers.com for $476. Super, super rare, so if y'all are interested in either of these models, definitely act fast. And let me know what y'all think in the chat. Jefferson Curry 15, you want it. Don't wait too long, man. It's a good price too for a 14 karat gold nib on such a rare pen. For $476 for something so rare, it's, I think, a great deal. JC, it is $476 for either model. Yep, they are absolutely gorgeous, and they're only going to get better with the new releases. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. If you guys have any more questions about this Maiora Capsule limited edition, just let me know. I'm going to set them right here. We still have them in sight. Can you show off the Montegrappa F1 in podium black? Yeah. Exo Protocol, once I'm done showing off the new products, I will pull that one out for us. Jefferson, that's right, $462 US. What's up? Having a pretty good day. Yeah, let me switch this camera real quick. As you can see, it's super rainy and depressing outside, so as good of a day as we can. JC, may I know why they're so much? Yeah, that's a great question, JC. So some of the main reasons why this pen is $476 is one, most obviously it's super limited at just 45 models made, or 38. Super rare. Maiora is a very well-known brand, owned and designed by Nino Marino, who is one of the kind of legendary pen makers in this industry. So you're getting one of his very limited pieces. Of course, the 14 karat gold nib comes at a very certain price point. Usually you'll see that gold nibs start at around $200 for just that nib. So, you know, right away, about half of this cost of this pen is most likely going towards the nib itself. And then you're also getting a beautiful Italian resin that is turned in-house in the factory. So it's not like they're just kind of getting these pen bodies from anywhere. They're getting the resins, either they're making them in-house or they're going to resin makers that will make something like this just for them in a limited quantity. So basically what that means is they're making this resin for this one pen. You probably will not see this resin on another model. So you're getting a very special colorway that is going to be unique to you. So those are some of the main things that go into the price point. They definitely write incredibly smooth. The Yovo 14 karat gold nib is phenomenal. It gives you a little bit of softness, but it doesn't really flex or anything like that. But yeah, I don't have one of these to write with. You know, since this pen is so incredibly limited, I'm definitely not going to ink it up. Unfortunately, sorry guys. But yeah, if you guys have used any 14 karat Yovo nibs before, it will be pretty similar to that. Sweet. Great question, man. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to our next limited edition. What do you use a pen like that for? Everyday writing, brother. You know, obviously with the limited edition nature, you want to take a little bit more care of them ideally. But, you know, everyday writing, note-taking, art, yep, like Brendan's saying in the chat, You can really use these pens for any purpose. Yeah, JC, I'll try to see what I can do for you. So next up here is the Maiora Paradiso, which is part of their signature collection. This is an incredibly rare piece that is entirely handcrafted in Naples, Italy. It is called the Maiora Paradiso Creta. So the Creta is a full ebonite body. Any pen from Maiora's signature collection is made out of ebonite. If you guys are unfamiliar, it's a hardened rubber material where they take these different colors and they actually stretch them and mix them together while they're still malleable. And then as it hardens, they kind of form these really solid rods. And then this pen would be machined on a lathe from that rod. Jacob, there are no diamonds on the band, but it is full casted scroll work. You can see that that band is made out of 925 sterling silver. So my assumption would be that this is all casted silver that is then hand finished. You can really appreciate the natural nature of this ebonite material. So it looks like wood, right? But that is actually, all of this pattern comes from mixing two different colors of ebonite together, stretching them in such a way that it really gives it that kind of wood grain texture. And then as it hardens, then it becomes workable on a lathe. Does the end of the clip roll? Yep, it's a little bit stiff, but it will roll. The idea is that it can slip into a shirt pocket really comfortably. So, of course, all of the signature collection is designed and made by Maiora's own Nino Marino, incredibly talented pen maker, one of the most known names in this entire industry. Entirely made in Naples, Italy. Let's go ahead and look underneath. So you can tell right away that this is part of Maiora's signature collection with that N engraving on the nib. That is a designation for Nino Marino. So you have that 18 karat gold Jovo nib, which probably has a little bit of bounce, but not really. Yeah, it's pretty stiff. So a little bit of softness that you'll definitely feel when you're writing, but no flex. And then, of course, we have a very unique mechanism. So this is an internal piston filling pen, but they still give you that blind cap. So you'll basically take the blind cap off, and then you have access to the piston. So you have that little piston right there. You can see in that ink window, draws up just like that. And then it is ratcheted, so when it gets to the top, you hear that clicking. So now you know that you're fully drawn up with ink with no chance of over tightening, which is great to see. And then you just put that blind cap back on. Beautiful. So like I said, this is an incredibly rare piece, even more rare than the last ones I just showed y'all. This is limited to just 22 units in the entire world. It definitely has that classic aesthetic and colorway, pink electron. But just 22 of these in the entire world. Incredible craftsmanship, entirely handmade in Italy. And we have these on atlasstationers.com right now for $1,160. Again, this is the Maiora Creta limited edition. What about Tree Fitty? For about $3.50, you can get a Pilot Varsity. So there's still fountain pens in that price point, my friend. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous piece. Incredibly limited. So if y'all are interested, definitely act fast. because these are going to go extremely quickly despite that price point of $1,160. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and switch this camera real quick. Now, what do you guys think of the new Maiora Creta? Would love to hear your thoughts. I've got one more pen to show off today, and then I will go ahead and show off that Montegrappa F1 in podium black like somebody was requesting, as long as they're still here. And then if you guys have any questions or want to see any pens from our shop, just let me know, and all my time is your time. Awesome, XO. Stay tuned. So after I show off this next piece, I'll definitely get to that. Yes, now that we've got lots of people in the chat, I just have to say thank everybody so much for helping us get to 100,000 followers on TikTok. It has been so impressive how quickly we've been growing. Brendan, definitely thank him for putting in all that work. But yeah, without you guys, we would have never had this much success on TikTok. Very new platform to us, but everybody's been treating us so well. So just want to say we really appreciate that. If you guys didn't see when you first tuned in, if you go on our website and order anything at all, use the discount code TikTok at checkout and you will get 10% off. That's TIKTOK. You guys all know how to spell it. Use that discount code at checkout for 10% off your entire order. It's 501 as shipping cost. Yeah, anything over $60 in the US is free shipping. We also offer shipping to Mexico, Canada, and the European Union. You'll just have to see on our website for the shipping costs for those, depending on where you're from. Sweet. Okay, let's get into it. Next up, I have potentially the most legendary fountain pen release of this year. It is a insanely beautiful work of art, truly some of the most amazing craftsmanship and silver work that I have ever seen, not even just fountain pens, just in general. So let's go ahead and get right into it. One of the most rare and highly sought after pens is the third release of the Montegrappa Dante Alighieri, the third story from the Divine Collection. We have the legendary Dante Alighieri Paradiso. Let's go ahead and pull it out of this huge box. Check this out. So this is the Dante Alighieri Paradiso limited edition. An absolute beast of a pen. So definitely give us some likes if you're appreciating this pen as we go along. What we have is an homage to Dante Alighieri, who is known as the author of the Divine Comedy and the father of Italian language. This one weighs over 100 grams, I believe. I think it's around 118. I'm not entirely sure. So this is a release in honor of Dante Alighieri's 700th anniversary of his death. So over 7 centuries ago, he graced us with his genius and creativity. What we have is a full Montegraphite resin body. So underneath all of this metal filigree is Montegraphite, which is an in-house resin that Montegrappa makes that is known for its incredible delicate ribboning in the resin, as we can see on that grip section there. This pen just came out. It's pretty new. This is the third iteration of the Dante's Inferno collection. So Montegrappa in the past, they started with Dante's Inferno, and then they made the Dante's Purgatorio, and then this year they came out with the Paradiso, which is this guy right here. So what we have is a full lost wax casted sterling silver and gold filigree that depicts micro sculptures that represent Dante's journey to Paradiso. on the back of the pen, we have the gems here that represent the different spheres of Paradiso that Dante travels through in the third story, Dante's Paradiso. Yeah, I've actually got a loop in front of me, so once I give my general overview of the pen, I'm going to actually get you guys nice up and close so you can see all of the beautiful detail in these micro sculptures. Underneath, we have a beautiful 18 karat gold nib that features Dante Alighieri's bust. Let me go ahead and put this cap down and zoom in. So that is a full 18 karat gold nib. It's got a little bit of fuzzy in there. I'm not going to touch that too much. Just some fuzzies. And a full ebonite feed. So it's going to be an incredible wet writer. It is an internal piston filler, as always with Montegrappa's high-end releases. So huge capacity and functionality out of truly a work of art. We have this very, very limited edition piece at just 333 units worldwide, available on atlasstationers.com right now for $6,750. Now, let me go ahead and zoom in on this beautiful micro sculpture work. I'm actually going to put this loop up to the camera if I can. Let me try to get it angled right. Let's see. Let's see if I can get that nice and clear for y'all. There we go. That's pretty good. So check out all of that detail. So each of these micro sculptures represents Dante Alighieri traveling through the circles of heaven, circles of paradise. All of this is done through a classic method of silversmithing called lost wax casting that is then taken by a master level silversmith to refine all of the details. You can see that you can even make out faces of every single person. I mean, look at that detail. You can see faces on these little sculptures. See all of that beautiful detail going up the pen. Kind of the most iconic moments from Dante's Paradiso. And you can really appreciate that silver and gold work. Let's keep going up the layers here. It's hard to hold still, but like, if you guys can see, like, that's my fingerprints right there. And that is the individual details on every layer of this pen. Literally smaller than the crevices of my fingerprints, like absolutely insane. Here is the final image here. It's kind of hard to hold this with the loop. My hands are a little bit shaky. Absolutely immaculate level of detail. So you guys are seeing all of this little detail, right? And now let me take the loop away. Look at how tiny those details are. I mean, it's absolutely microscopic. 925 silver, pink electron. That's a great question. Let's go ahead and go on the back. Let me kind of readjust here real quick and take a look at the gemstones that they apply to represent the different circles or different spheres of Paradiso. So you have Luna, Mercurio, Venera, Sole, Marte, Giove, Saturno, and then the entire constellation. I'm not entirely sure what the different gems are made out of. I know that they use different precious gems for each one. You can see them there. You can see made in Italy, 925 sterling silver. And then, I don't know if you guys noticed, but all of this kind of lattice work right here, those are actually angels stacked on top of each other. I mean, look at that level of detail. Yep, we have this pen available right now on atlasstationers.com for $6,750. But I mean, look at that. Angels holding up the cap of this pen. You can really appreciate all of that detailed work on the clip. And then we have the 3 steps on the top finial to represent Dante's journey from Dante's Inferno to Dante's Purgatorio, all the way to Dante's Paradiso. And that is represented by these 3 steps at the very top finial. Thank you guys so much for the pumpkins, the roses. Yeah, you never would have caught these details on a normal camera. That is a fact. Absolutely immaculate level of detail. I mean, even just like having it in your hand, even if you were to like put this right up to your face, you cannot even appreciate the detail. It truly takes a look under a loupe to really appreciate this insane level of detail. Immaculate. All right, let me go ahead and set this down for just a moment so you guys can see what the pen comes with. So first off, you get this huge book-shaped box. So this would actually sit pretty nicely on a bookshelf. You can see it says Montegrappa on the spine there in this beautiful baby blue color. The front of the box has the Paradiso embossing and Dante Alighieri's name on the bottom. The side of the box looks like pages of an old book. It's just one solid piece. The back is totally blank. And then on the inside of the case, you have a recreated lithograph from Dante's Paradiso. I think her name is Beatrice. I think that's her right there. I haven't read these stories in a super long time. And then you get a microfiber carrying case and a microfiber towel for polishing. And then you get this beautiful gold foiled booklet that tells you about Dante's Paradiso and the details behind the pen itself. I'm going to be really careful not to break the spine of this book, but you can see it features full-size lithographs, story, kind of a breakdown of Paradiso and the Divine Comedy, and then details about the pen. So I'm going to be really careful not to break that spine, but it is a full color booklet with a ton of gorgeous detail that tells you all about the pen itself. Let's go ahead and put this away. But yeah, there we have it. Dante Alighieri Paradiso, limited edition by none other than Montegrappa Italia. Once again, this incredibly rare piece of art is $6,750, available on atlasstationers.com. If anybody here is truly interested in this piece, you can see more photos on our website, and definitely don't be afraid to reach out to us directly to inquire about this item. You can give us a call, shoot us an email, come to the store. We'll help you out. Pink Electron, you know what? I would much rather get a fountain pen than a ring. truly remarkable piece. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and put this away for right now. And can you grab me that Montegrappa F1 for me? Montegrappa what? The Formula One. Oh. I'm going to have somebody grab that Montegrappa for us right now. Comment, open it. Here we go. Full 18 karat gold nib. EXO protocol. I'm not going to forget about you. Someone said, can I get a close-up of the gold clip? Yes, absolutely. Let me go ahead and cap this. Absolutely beautiful casting and engraving work on this gold clip. You can see it has a bit of a kind of weaved pattern. It complements and accentuates all of that scroll work so beautifully. The Lion Tamer, I lose pens way too easily. You know what? Once you even get your first fountain pen, you can seriously hold on to it the rest of your life. It's truly a different experience when you have something that means more to you than just, a Bic crystal, just a clicky little ballpoint pen. Even entry-level fountain pens really make you think about pens differently. What about the side near the micro art? Look like cross something. So we have all of these micro sculptures that depict Dante's journey. To the side of them, you have that beautiful scroll work. And then on the back side, you have gemstones that represent the different spheres of heaven that Dante travels through in the third story of the Divine Comedy. Keisler 202, can you show a Visconti Van Gogh? Yeah, absolutely. Can somebody grab me a Visconti Van Gogh, please? Lion Tamer, keep it in the beautiful gift box that it comes in. You'll be cool. Lawrence, I thought my Cartier pen was cool. Your Cartier pen is cool. Just because this pen is sick doesn't mean that your Cartier pen is not cool. Awesome. Okay, EXO, just for you, man. I have the beautiful Montegrappa F1 Speed in their newest colorway, Podium Black. So what we have here is Formula One's officially licensed pen made by Montegrappa, featuring materials that are found on actual Formula One cars. So to break this pen down, what we have is beautiful raw carbon fiber. So there is no lacquer over that. It's full raw carbon fiber. Gold-plated clip and appointments. So all of these appointments are made out of brass and then plated in gold. Limited to just 372 units. 372 is the highest top speed in kilometers ever recorded in Formula One to date. On the top finial, you have the Montegrappa logo on an F1 rim. So the inside of that rim is full 925 sterling silver that is plated in gold. Yeah, the pen does have hips. So the body of the pen itself is meant to emulate the shape of a Formula One car. So as you can see, it does have a bit of a curved body right here. On the back finial, it's actually made out of stainless steel so that they can torch it in the factory to make it look like an exhaust pipe. Underneath, we have a raw carbon fiber grip section to match the cap. And then we have a full 18 karat gold nib with the Formula One logo engraved onto it. Plastic feed. And then this particular one is cartridge converter. So you have your cartridge converter right there. Comes with the pen, of course. Yep, the grip is full raw carbon fiber weave. It has this beautiful texture to it. Let's go ahead and zoom up. You know what? I got the loop on me. Let's go ahead and use the loop, actually. Really appreciate all the details here. Boom. Look at that. Fully raw exposed carbon fiber.
I'm going to bring it up here for you. Or how about I come to this table? Is that okay? I don't have to carry on that far.
What does it feel like? It's a relatively heavy pen, pink electron, but it's really well balanced in the hand. What I'll have to say is that because it's most bulbous right here on the barrel, it fits into your hand really nicely, and all of the weight is in this little circle that we create when we're holding the pen. So when you're holding the pen, you feel most of the weight right here, but it is front weighted, so it does feel like it kind of wants to go forward naturally, which is what we want to see, so that we can use less pressure and less weight as we're writing, and you're kind of letting the pen do all of the work. So super well balanced. Feels really comfortable in the hand. Despite, you know, its rarity and its price point, I would actually feel really comfortable using this on a regular basis because it feels so good in the hands. We have these available, I believe, for $2,500. I'll have to check on the website. Jacob Tracy, you know what? The bank can't tell you what to do with your money. What's the price point of this thing? The exact price? I'll get someone to pull the exact price right now. Thank you for asking. Exo Protocol. You should pick one up, man. They're pretty sick. We have number 2 right here in my hands. This one is number 2 of 372, so super low number. Would definitely be one for the collection. Okay, so this pen is available right now on atlasstationers.com for $2,425. Thank you, Phil and Brendan and Exo Protocol. You already knew the price, man. Turbo Toys, you're more than welcome to donate your money. So the reason that this pen is $2,425 is because they're using all rare materials, all hand lacquered body over brass, raw carbon fiber weave that has to be done individually for every single pen. You have rare materials like sterling silver for the top finial. Hand done work, you know, even just the stainless steel cap is hand torched at the factory. You're getting a beautiful 18 karat gold nib that is tuned in-house and tested to make sure that it is perfect before it even shows up to our shop. And it's incredibly rare at 372. This is also an officially licensed Formula One product. So when you get the packaging, it has that Formula One holographic foil seal, as well as an entire booklet about the pen and about F1's collaboration with Montegrappa. So those are some of the reasons that give it the price point that it does. Sweet. All right. Glad I could show you that Exo Protocol. Now, somebody was asking for the Visconti Van Goghs. Are you still in the chat? Switch this camera real quick. Yeah, Exo, no problem, man. Do you think they'll make one for the owner of Red Bull F1's passing? I'm not sure. You know, I think they've just been doing colorways. I don't think they've really been doing them for individual teams, Jacob. The first one that they came out with was a bright red that was a very iconic red for a very particular brand. This one was all black. So I really think they're just doing colorways as opposed to creating the pens for specific brands. It's probably a whole nother thing to license something for F1, but then to also license something for F1 and a separate brand. You know, I don't know how any of that world works, but yeah. Jose Slayer. Let me grab that for you. Can someone grab me the new Mark Twain, please? Mark Twain crescent filler. Let me know in the chat if somebody that was asking for the Visconti Van Gogh is still here. I have those pens in front of me, but if you're not here, I'm not going to show them off. Pink Electron, are there any made out of onyx? Not to my awareness. There may be a pen out there that's made out of onyx, but nothing we have in the shop. Thank you, Phil. All right, well, how about I show off the Mark Twain, because that's what people are asking for. Let's see, sweet. So this is the new Mark Twain Crescent Filler 125th Anniversary Edition. This one in the all black trim is an Atlas Stationers exclusive. So they have one that has rose gold trim that you can get anywhere that sells them. But the all black one is exclusive to our shop, so you can only get them here. Jacob Tracy, that was a past limited edition ink, so there is no more to buy. Roaring Patina. I'm really sorry to hear that your cat knocked over a bottle, man. That sucks. So what we have on the Mark Twain 125th anniversary is full chrome body. I believe it's chrome plating over brass with full guilloche work in this beautiful wave pattern. This one is limited to 898 units to commemorate the creation of this pen in 1898. The Conklin Crescent Filler was renamed to the Conklin Mark Twain Crescent Filler in 1903 when Mark Twain himself actually endorsed Conklin and this specific pen. He called it his most favorite pen to use and write with. So there's a good chance that some of his most famous works were written with the Mark Twain Crescent Filler. This has a very unique filling mechanism, the first ever patent for an internal filling mechanism. What we have, let me zoom in a little bit, is the trademarked crescent filler. So basically what you'll do is you'll twist this locking ring up to match the crescent, and then you'll depress this crescent in. You would dip this into a bottle of ink and then release, count to 10. That will slowly allow the ink sac that you depress to refill with ink. And then after 10 seconds, you're totally full. You just twist this to lock it. That way it doesn't go down on its own and you are ready to write. Thank you for asking about that. Just to show you real quick, we also have the Super Black, which is the world's darkest commercially available material. It's a little dusty, but this one is called the Crescent Filler in Super Black. Jacob Tracy, not at all. You can go the entire lifetime without having any issues with the filling mechanism. They use modernized silicone ink sacs instead of the old latex ink sacs from back in the day, so it's going to be more durable. That's a great question, E. Davis Accounting. What you want to do when you're cleaning out this pen is basically dip this into a cup of clean, cold water. You want to use clean, cold, or lukewarm water. You don't want to use warm or hot. You want to depress this into the ink and then release and wait. Don't just spam it like this because it's not going to fully fill up with that clean water. You want to be patient with it by depressing it, releasing it, counting to 5 or 10, and then depressing it again. And then you just want to repeat that process until it runs clear. It'll actually clean out faster if you pump it slower because you're giving the ink sac an opportunity to fully reinflate with that cleaner water. And then you just keep doing that. Once the water gets dirty, just replace it and then keep going until it's clean. The key issue that I see with people cleaning this is they just kind of click this super, super fast, and it doesn't really give you a chance to get all of that ink that's stuck all the way in the back of that ink sac. Exo Protocol will probably do a stream on Fountain Pen Day. I don't know exactly what's going to be focused on that, but Brendan does, or Brendan will know. So as soon as he knows, he'll let y'all know. All right, y'all. So that was everything that I had to show off today for Tuesdays with Alvin. I'm going to go ahead and go through my announcements just one more time for everybody that didn't catch them in the beginning. Jacob Tracy, what's your favorite pull-off cap, not twist cap? Diplomat Aero has one of the most satisfying caps ever. The Diplomat Aero or the Diplomat Elox, they're both basically the same pen model, just different design on the outside. But they have such a beautiful working snap cap that I cannot recommend enough. So for my announcements before I tune out here today, as we've been discussing in the chat, Fountain Pen Day is November 4th. That's not this Friday, it's next Friday, but we will be having the creator of Fountain Pen Day, Carrie Yeager, at the shop, Atlas Stationers in Chicago, hosting this event. We're going to be doing crazy giveaways. We're going to come up with a nice contest for you guys, and we should be able to announce a brand new ink color that is exclusive to Atlas Stationers. So we're super excited for that new release. Definitely stay tuned for that, because it's going to be probably one of the hottest ink releases this holiday season. Also, this week, on Thursday, this Thursday, a couple days from now, we have David Oscarson flying in for a takeover event. If you guys are unfamiliar, a takeover event is basically where we have a representative or owner of a brand come to the shop and take over a large section of our store to show off the entire range of pens and products that they carry. So David Oscarson is known for having some of the most beautiful handcrafted sterling silver fountain pens, the most beautiful engraving work, guilloche work, most beautiful hard enamel lacquering, just an immaculate level of quality that's entirely made by hand. Seriously, if you guys have never seen a David Oscarson before, definitely check out that event. If you guys can, come to the shop on Thursday from 10 to 4 p.m. and meet David Oscarson. He's such a great guy, super nice, and he'll tell you all about his beautiful works of art. It's definitely worth the time and effort to get out here. And then my last announcement is for people shopping with us for the holidays. Galen Leather will not restock until Q1 of next year. So everything that we have in store today for Galen Leather is everything that we'll be carrying through the end of the year. So if you guys are planning on getting gifts for yourself or for loved ones, and part of that gift includes Galen Leather, definitely try to pick it up soon, because we would hate for you guys to miss out the opportunity to make the perfect gift for this holiday season by not having that Galen Leather. So if you guys are interested, definitely pick that up soon. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always let us know. E. Davis, that's exactly what we want to see. Everybody else, definitely follow suit. Place your orders for Galen, because they're going to sell out, and once they're out, there's nothing that we can do until next year. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys missed any part of the stream, check us out on YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching our videos after they come out and supporting us in the ways that you can. If you guys are liking the content that we do, subscribe and like the video. If you guys are on TikTok, definitely give us some likes. Definitely follow our page. It means a lot to us. And we will see you next week. That's all I have. All right, everybody. Bespoke, good seeing you. Caspro, thank you so much. You have a good day too. Jacob Tracy, thank you. All right, y'all. Peace out. See you next week.